I saw your comments that it should be maybe a screw. The whole thing is a 2-piece screw fitting. So we're going to try that today as well. After we screw this one in, glue that one down, we're going to try that. And then we've got a little treat for you after that. Welcome back to the boat. Oh yeah, she's looking like a bit of a boat. Looking the goods, everything's solid, looking great. What we need to do, we've cleared down this side. Let's cut the piece for this and just glue it in. No stuffing around with it, let's just get it done. Maybe do a nice coat over this to really, you know, protect it a bit. We're still getting a bit of rain here at the moment, which just comes and goes randomly. That's where you're getting the tropics. All right, set you up somewhere. Keep going. Piece down there, we'll get that in today. Oh, I split in a bit of goo. I feel it on my boot. So the one thing I really wanted to make sure when it's gonna slippy, is it squishes out the sides. You know, let's get it on, and then make sure that it's all coming out squishy. Slide it up a bit, yeah, just a small gap. That's all I want there. You know how they built the ship originally? We're calling her a ship now. What I've noticed is how they originally built the deck is they've done their fiberglass layers against the bottom of the ply, and then when they've pieced all the ply in, I've sort of, this piece here is very similar to the old pieces that were already there, because that's where the lines, you know, these lines are. Now these lines are just fill. It's the fill that they used. It's almost like a cement rather than a fiberglass. And that fill is used all around the place between all the bits of old ply that was in here. So all I'm doing is essentially the same sort of thing, but using epoxy and making the fill out of that. Oh, got a big stick. Go on my boot. say, some of you reckon that this should just spin off. No one said anything about it being rolled on, but I can't remember the guy's name, but one of you has got the same boat, which is pretty exciting. I love that there's people with the same boat. Let's try maybe a little, can't find my good little chisel, but righty tighty, lefty loosey, I'm going to go with. So we're going to go with lefty loosey. Are you guys seeing that as much as I'm seeing it? Is it showing up on camera? Like, that's just spinning around on the inside of this lip. Is that a split pin? Elongating the holes, only a little. Like, that's moved a good 60 mil, 70 mil. It's a solid piece, that's good. Let's go back the other way. She's not tightening. I'm still confused. I'm still lost on what's happening. There seems to be no thread. We've gone back to past the start position and it didn't tighten up. It's just spinning freely. So it is, the inner bit here is spinning. The inner bit, the inner beginning bit. There's nothing going, the screws do not go right through into each other. I know a couple of you asked about that. They don't. There's not like a male and female's bolt situation going on where one sockets into the other. There's not a long bolt sandwiching or holding these together. It's just these four. It's these four round porthole ones, and I want to reuse them because I think I was googling new ones, and you're looking over $1,000 a pop. So we're not going to be able to do that. I'll get back to our gluing of these panels, these boards down. I've done a thicker adhesive paste using the foam silica, the fumed silica, to do a nice adhesion. Coat the surface, coat the panel, and then when you sandwich them together and move them around a little bit, all that thick goo just covers everywhere and all sticks together, and then by the time you sort of, that's where it's going to go, and you give it a good press to get all these squished out edges. Then you should end up with a really good adhesion layer, no air bubbles, minimal air bubbles underneath. This is an old SDS fitting for those that are worried that I'm whacking the end of a fitting. It's an old one and it's doing the job. The cold chisels at home. That's a dirty fiberglass going on there. Give that a good clean out, give that a good wire brush. Alright. Well, look, we're here to look at this window, and I think I'm back to the drawing board. Okay, it doesn't have a thread. It doesn't thread on or thread off. What else you got, internet? Righto guys, what do you reckon of that? We got the block of tackle going and we've dropped the engine down into the shed here where we can now, after it being wrapped up in plastic, sitting in that trailer for a good 3 months, 2-3 months, we get some lights hanging in here and we can start pulling this thing down and getting all the gaskets sorted in it. That'll be great. We'll connect it all up and we'll kick it over. All right, stay tuned. Coming in the next episode, we'll sort it out. And we've got a couple more dogs to play with. Haven't we, Mason? Haven't we? Got some more dogs. It's gonna do a quick little outro. Thank you so much guys for watching. We got the engine in at Simon's place. Looks great, we can work on it now, can't we, Coop? And Coop gets along with the dogs pretty good. So that's one other thing we wanted to make sure was all right. We'll leave you with that, everyone. Have a good week. See you next week, eh? Beautiful.